We all take ourselves far too bloody seriously. You go to workshops and they're all serious. This is not a serious workshop, but the moral behind it is serious. It is also, I hasten to add, not politically correct. We are going to do the whole journey of the full, of the major arcana. But we're going to do it in a completely different way. I want you to think like children. Tonight, you're all going to be actors and actresses. And it's fun. And it's meant to be fun because we're going to have a laugh. And we're going to learn through one of the best moral principles you can have of learning magic. And that is laughter. If it's not fun, don't fucking do it. For example, you love cars, don't you? You're perfect.
Hang my head.
Use cars, so it's your fault.
I already know.
It's your fault. I have here the major arcana. You, darling, are the chariot.
I knew it!
You, honey, said you had a sense of humour.
Okay.
My divine fool.
That's me. It looks like.
You got it, Tommy.
Now we have the lovers.
Oh no.
Where are you?
Oh no.
Babies. There they are.
Oh, look at
You should be on a cake.
Gavin, hit the open sign down. There we go.
Because you always close first.
Oh, I am. Oh, no, someone else.
Darling, you have to be the empress because you are the great mother of the store.
That's going to be my next tattoo.
What did you get, Mom?
The Empress.
Mask?
That's my next tattoo.
What? Blue, Chandra. Which one do you want for them?
I don't like the look on his face. I don't like the deliberation.
Yeah, I know,
I'll
right?
let you work it out.
I think there's only one she can be. Want to see if I was right?
I'm dying. That's my favorite.
You very afraid. She can't be the devil.
Oh, I don't know.
No, she cannot be the devil.
That's what I would.
Yes, I think the high priestess.
Oh, am I good? Am I good? I told you.
Hey.
I just whispered. I said.
You're making me choose.
Do her.
What is it? What is it?
I'm the answer. I got the father.
Okay. Interestingly enough, you're a very strong lady. I want you to strength.
Strength. That's perfect too.
Do we have any teachers in this room? Anyone working in the field of education? The microphone. Anyone connected with government or the law or police or fire or ambulance?
Right here.
Actually, you were
Behind you.
No, justice.
Oh. That's not what you're an ambulance.
And fire. In that case, darling, you don't see what you
Temperance. So sorry.
Wow.
I don't have that either. Oh, I'm scared me as shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm invisible, she can't see me.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be a bit painful for you tonight, but would you please be my devil?
Oh. Ooh, we aren't having one. I know. The anticipation's killing us. It's really
You've got to be the world.
Yeah.
I'm big enough.
That's perfect.
Bear!
Never mind.
You got to be
Dahlia.
mysterious. The Earth Mother, that's me.
I am the world.
Woo!
Did I pick that card out for you last time? Mom?
Say what?
Did I pick out that card?
You are the star.
Yeah, I tried.
You don't like things to stand still too long, do you?
You gotta put it back up.
You're the tower.
I am the world.
Here's my hermit.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yep.
Look at the hermit.
Does she
He's
know
perfect.
you or
That shit
what?
never loses.
Mhm.
Is there any man who does not have a card? Okay.
How many people do we have without a card?
Put your hands up if you don't have a card.
Gavin doesn't have a card.
There's a reason for that. Put your hand up if you do not have a card.
That one.
She's hiding.
As we both swing judgment.
Oh.
There is no hiding.
Who else does not have a card? This one. Does everybody have a card? Everybody. Which means we have 3 left over, which means we're going to have to double up slightly.
I'll take one.
Oh,
She's
God.
temperance, of course.
I am a twin too, so there you go.
Oh, gosh. Give it to him. He's a bad boy.
That's good. You're also the magician.
Oh,
boy.
no. And a magician.
Which leaves the hanged man.
Do it.
Oh, there you go, Pat.
That's me.
Right, when you are called, you will stand up. And I'm going to tell you a story. Oh boy, where's my divine fool?
Right behind you.
Look at him, isn't he sweet? Isn't he adorable?
He's
Because
quite
guess what?
handsome.
At the moment, he is nothing more than a tiny spermatozoa. He's not even got there yet. It's a hell of a battle, isn't it? He's got to be the first one to make it. So he's swimming upstream. When bingo, fart and fart, guess what happens? The high priestess stands up. And the two of them meet each other head on. Whoopee! Conception! He's still not quite sure what he is because he's just been conceived. So there's little bits of him forming all over the place. And for 9 solid months he's bopping around quite happily with his other.
I'm so happy.
And so life begins. You may say that. But you may not.
I think you're going to be standing for a while.
Cheer, cheer.
She's standing all night.
Because as he's been formed, this noggin up here is gaining intelligence through the high priestess. He's buried feminine other half. Anima and animus. The knowledge is forming in his tiny, tiny brain. When all of a sudden, the legs open wide, and out pops the child.
It
Well done.
goes
Well
like
done.
this.
My birds. I don't know how I feel about
Oh gosh. He has not recognized Mama. Because his little eyes haven't focused on this world. The fool's journey is about to start. But back in the depths of his mind is a memory. It is a vague memory of that union, of that tiny spermatozoa and the female egg. And in that moment of conception, he glimpsed one thing: the whole of the universe and wisdom through the high priestess. But his tiny brain was not able to function enough to understand the entire wisdom of the universe. And the first thing his eye focuses on is the big titty.
Had to put it that way. Had to do it that way.
And his mama, who is the great mother herself, the Empress, is his entire world. All he sees
Bow down.
are her beautiful eyes, and that thing that she stuffs in his gob every day to nourish him and feed him.
Not going to demonstrate that
He has no rules and no regulations in his life. Everything matters in one way and one way only: the nipple. The divine nipple nurtures him. And the warmth of Mummy's beating heart is everything in the entire world. He sleeps in her arms, he looks into her face, and finally he gives her that big thing, his first big smile. And Mama adores, absolutely adores. But where there is Mama, there is also Papa. Stand up, Emperor. Now, Papa loves him dearly. Papa wants him to grow up to be just like Dad. Slaps his baby firmly on the back and says, "My son."
My son, my son. Chip off the old block.
Papa and Mama have his whole universe planned for him. His entire life is planned for him by Mother and Father. Mum wants him to be loved. Dad wants to be proud of him. Dad has decided he's going to go to college. He's going to go to university. He's going to produce fine grandchildren for the family. Dad is going to be so proud of his son. Dad teaches him to hunt and fish and swim and all the manly things he's supposed to do. But somewhere in the darkness, his very feminine other half whispers to him. And somehow he doesn't feel quite right with everything Daddy wants him to do. Oh. Daddy is beginning to worry about his son because somehow his son doesn't fit into the normal pattern of the way his little boy should be. So, not you.
I think so.
Well, the next card, please stand up and identify yourself. You won't expect me to do it. Come on. Look at the number on your card. Stand up. Come on. I'm not going to do it.
5.
This is called education. The Hierophant. Well, he goes to school. And he gets bullied. Horribly bullied. Education is not kind to him. Tell him off!
Do it, elves.
How dare you act like that? Don't you dare talk like that to your teacher.
Oh,
You see, he slipped on. The first thing he saw was Mama's breast.
Uh-oh.
But where's his leveling power? Where's his power? He's walked right past them. He has heard his very feminine as a half. Somehow, that all-important magician failed to surface. Stand up, magician. You see, the magician empowers him. Empowers him to be what he truly is. And so, the magician blows fairy dust. And that fairy dust is his empowerment to be exactly what he wants to be, no matter what education says to him. That tells him who he truly is and who he truly wants to be. Stirrings of him happen in the little unfortunate soul. So education takes backseat and sits down. And now, the next card. You put your number. Behind you. Oops, easy. Puberty is setting in. You see, with that dust of fairy dust, the magician's actually right. He suddenly decided. He thinks. But he doesn't know that. And so, as he begins to go to the house, he sees love. He and she, wrapped in each other's loving arms.
The rapture.
He's really blackmail. He's not quite sure which one he wants. He knows he wants one of them. Testosterone is kicking in, but
You can have us both.
Polyamorous.
he looks at her and he sees the titties, and it reminds him of Mama. And they're so tempting, he wants to squeeze them.
No. I don't need the insurance.
But on the other hand, that butt of that guy is just
Uh-oh. No, we never knew.
So he makes a decision. He realizes he is actually gay. He goes back to Mama and Papa.
Mama didn't even hear it. She's already choking.
Well, you heard that's the cure for being gay.
And he fesses up for the first time in his life. He comes out of the closet.
Let us hear it.
And he tells Daddy, I'm gay.
If that's your fate in life, so be it. Follow your path.
Daddy's not actually so nice.
But follow somewhere else. Out of my house.
Daddy shows him the door and says, never darken your mother's door again. You're a disgrace to the family. Mother can't handle it and breaks down in lots of tears.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on. Let's
Yeah, nope. He's not.
You must cry now.
But on the other hand, she's under her husband's control. She has no choice.
Oh, hell no.
We have a script, lady.
So off you shall be gone with you.
So he is shown the door of a family home. Mother's heart is completely broken. Yes. And from that moment, there's a rift between mother and father, which never heals.
You got the Montana look.
Did I do that?
Their sex life is ruined forever.
Done! Ha! Done!
Cut off.
And the problem with grief is it can do terrible things to you. But mother is always forbidden contact with son. So she's never able to tell her son that she's developed cancer and is going to die. Because father forbids it. The son of its
Lung cancer.
So he begins to wander the world to find himself. Stand up the next card, please. Put your card. Stand up. Come on.
You can't see her.
She's tiny. It's very small. You see, strength is very important.
Thank
And that's
you.
what he really
Thank
needs
you.
at the moment. He needs his inner strength.
Guess I'm next.
And the one thing that stands behind him puts her hand on his shoulder and says to him, you are what you are, what you've always wanted to be. Be proud of yourself. I will always walk beside you. And so strength embraces you.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, Strength.
Gentle strength.
But inside himself is lonely. Because the path of the fool is lonely.
That's me.
We're all the fool. We have to walk that path alone. He's now on his lonely path. And his only companion is his inner strength. But he remembers back to childhood. And he remembers one thing. Mommy and Daddy were good Catholics. When he was a little boy, they used to take him to Mass on a Sunday. And that lady, that little voice with his very feminine other half, he saw her. She stood there with a child in her arms, just like his own mother. And he loved her. She was the Madonna. And the Madonna gave him strength. So between the strength of his inner self and the Madonna, he felt he could carry forward. He looked around the world and discovered religions. The first person he knelt to was the Madonna. Kneel before himself. And he loved her dearly. But somehow he couldn't satisfy his needs. Because although she carried the Christ child in her arms, she was a cold statue.
He's giving me a Charlie horse.
And all he could think of was that divine breast of his mother that comforted him. And so he discovered paganism and turned his concentration to Mother Earth herself. And Mother Earth was all embracing. Mother Earth felt like his mother. He went to covens and he found high priestesses. And all the high priestesses were wonderful. But not one of them had big enough tits.
Damn. No. It's a genetic thing, okay?
Nothing could replace Mama. And so he was torn between two things, that cold statue of the Madonna with her Christ child and the lovely Mother Earth of paganism. Somehow, none of them fitted the bill. Again. And so he decided to walk into the world and just shine. And using his education, he thought he would forge a career for himself. And his first job was at McDonald's, serving burgers. Education slapped him on the arse and said, "What the hell did I teach you about?"
What the hell did I teach you about?
Making burgers?
And his fingers in his ears went la 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 la, not listening, not listening, not listening. Stand up, the next card. Remember, we have to Who has 10?
No. It's 9. It's me.
But he earns enough money to buy himself his first used car.
Used car salesman.
Dave, he's 9. And this one to you.
No, she's first. She's the used car salesman. He's number 7.
You're number
He wasn't very good with cars, by the way.
Number 7.
He had no idea how cars worked. And you know what they say about used car salesmen? Never trust a used car salesman. Ever.
Slap you, said.
And the used car salesman sold him a shocking pink mini car.
That's not you.
It's gotta be pink.
Only it's an
I think that's
F-150.
jalopy.
It had faulty brakes. In fact, the whole damn thing was a mess. Sell him a car.
perfect one for you.
Is it pink?
Neon. Neon. You'll see it miles away. Neon pink. Little dot. Perfect.
You need it 'cause it
Two-door.
has no brakes.
We're not that e-brake now. It'll work. It'll work. Go cool it. Perfect. You'll love it.
Thank you.
$5,000.
Sold.
Grand.
All right. Here it goes. Deal.
Done.
So we got a spelling count?
You got some?
Done.
It's all yours, man.
And strength comes back into his life because now he's got a powerful vehicle under his feet.
Neon pink dots in
That's a powerful vehicle.
yeah.
And strength slaps him on the backside and basically says, go for it, sunshine.
Go for it, sunshine.
Thanks, I need that encouragement.
And of course he knows he's gay, so having a pink car is great.
Oh,
Oh
This is
dear.
cool.
fuzzy dice
Flaming
too.
pink.
Fuzzy
And the
dice.
fuzzy dice,
And the
don't
fuzzy
forget the fuzzy
dice.
dice.
Fuzzy dice and fuzzy slippers.
And the fuzzy hat. Remember that.
Gotta
But
take
he now
offense
has
to that.
other lessons to learn. Please stand up the next card.
Oh, that's me. Here, take this.
Looks like trouble.
Number
Come on, who's got number 8?
Number
I'll
eight.
have the count
No.
numbers for you.
That was
Martinus
seven?
is learning Roman numerals.
I had 8.
You had eight.
7's here, the hanging man who hasn't
Nine.
standed up.
Number
That's
9.
Give me a second.
It's trouble.
Old lady coming.
What a motley crew.
Hot pink car.
Half of this is to help teach you Roman numerals, remember? That's true, yeah. Now, number 9 is the hermit.
Yes, that's
The hermit in the tarot is somebody who has learned lessons, but also is a guiding light for other people. Our fool is now on his own. He's got his pink mini car, he's got his strength, and he wants to lead the way for others. He has come out of the closet. He wants to make gay friends. And so he embraces his lesbian.
Gets any more.
Hi, big guy. What do you
Seriously.
say? You want to hop in?
Can't get any more.
So life is leading him forward. And the hermit may sit down. We bring out
Quickie.
the dreaded.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see, if you've been abandoned by your parents and you can't decide because your soul is where it belongs,
And 12.
fate takes He develops a gambling habit. Goes to a casino.
Wheel of Fortune.
Unfortunately, he loses every damn cent, and that includes the mini car. Fortune has taken control of his life. He is now on the streets.
Oh dear.
Oh. Yeah.
He's developed habits.
Mm.
He drinks too much. He smokes too much.
That's what I do to people.
He's had a quick puff of dope. He quite likes it. He's a bit tempted by cocaine, but he can't afford it. He doesn't want to hit the gutter completely, so he won't touch heroin. But he had this gambling habit, and it's ruined him. Oh,
My son, my
I know
son.
who he's been hanging out with.
But the Wheel of Fortune takes control of his life and kicks him up the arse hard.
Turn around.
And shoves him forward into the next stage of its isolated journey.
Hey guys,
Stand up card number 11.
you're down here in the dumps.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
You're in trouble now, Pat.
Just as we were doing pretty good.
Busted.
To feed his habits of gambling, etc., sometimes he's done a few things he's not very proud of. And he knows his parents will be very proud. Go straight to jail, do not collect $200.
Oh,
You're done. Locked up.
again.
What is justified?
Well, he learns his lesson. Basically, he only serves 3 months, but he's now got a prison sentence behind him. He's been a bad, slap your hands, bad boy.
There's a vlogger over there. You get the
Let the vlogging begin. But you know the one thing he's never really known? Because he forgot it. But he remembers it vaguely in the back of his mind. It was that titty.
They get in the way all the time.
All goes back to that. All goes back.
It all goes back to the titty. Because that was love. That was the only real love he's ever known. But he can't go back to her.
Back off there.
He cannot embrace her. Because Daddy has forbidden it.
That's right.
Remember, he still doesn't know what's happening to Mama. He has no idea. Daddy curses the day that child was born. Because Daddy is convinced that this is the reason Mama is dying. Because of the heartbreak caused by that child. And he, out of loneliness, desperately wants one thing. It's called love. Love is so hard to find. Love is so hard to find when your parents have rejected you and you're on this path. When you know you're gay, but somehow finding love is so difficult. Who is going to love somebody who is homeless, worthless, has no self-esteem and no self-respect, has a prison sentence, is dabbled with drugs, has been a gambler? Who wants to love that boy? And so he wanders further and further, looking for a future. Will the next card please stand up? It's the card of sacrifice, divine enlightenment. It is the hanged man. God, has this boy ever suffered to learn? He suffered the hard way. But inside him he knows that if he can find that one thing, that little one word, love, his life will change. He walks down to the Catholic Church and looks back into the eyes of that one woman, the Madonna. But all he sees is that cold statue with her baby in her arms. And no matter what he does, she doesn't answer his prayers. She is still and cold and emotionless. There's nothing but a statue. He thinks, I wonder what's happening to my mama now. Does she still love me? But he don't face that fact. He thinks that maybe she hates him. And so he walks away from that cold Catholic church. But as he walks away, there's a thought in his mind. If I had become a priest, a good Catholic priest, would my father have loved me? Even if I was gay? Would that have worked for me? Would Daddy accept me back into the family if I followed what he wanted? Would I find that love from a congregation? Would I find that love with the acceptance in my father's eyes? Would I find that love in my mother's arms again? If I became a priest, would this save me? Because at the moment I have no soul. I'm empty. I'm broken inside and I'm bitter. Stand up for the next card. Ring ring. Ring ring. Ring ring. Hello, is this Mr. Fool?
It's me.
I have some very bad news for you.
What was that? Oh, yeah,
Are you ready to hear the bad news, Mr. Fool?
okay, give me the good news first.
Do you remember your mommy?
Yeah.
Big titties.
I
Well,
remember both of them.
guess what? Mommy has snuffed it.
What?
Mommy kicked the bucket.
She is no more. She is dead. Mommy is dead. Mommy is dead. Aww.
But death won't answer you. Mommy is dead. Your whole world is now falling apart. Yes, you have nothing for it. So the fool wanders the streets. He doesn't think he's going to find it ever. As he wanders the streets, he encounters the next card. Please stand up. Come on.
14.
Card number 14. Come on.
14.
Open your card. Open your card. It's called Temperance.
So Temperance basically says to him,
Don't be stupid. Keep the balance in your life.
Listen, kid. You can't be stupid. Alright? You gotta keep the balance in your life.
So forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Thank you, Temperance.
Does he listen? Does he? Hell. No. First thing he does is hit the bottle.
What a man.
Hits the bottle. You glug, 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 glug. Glug, glug, glug. Becomes a stinking alcoholic. By now he's got about as low as you can get. He really is in the gutter. And so staggering down the street one night, he meets the very next card. Please stand up. Show everybody your card. What a pretty boy! Right outside a casino.
Absolutely.
Come on, let's go
Where
pull a
the
cork together.
smell of alcohol drifts towards him. And the wheel of the roulette table turns round and round. And what a pretty boy he is. Except he doesn't realize it. This is no dream. This is the devil himself. And the devil embraces him. Puts his arms around him and says, let's be good friends.
Go to hell.
Unfortunately, he does go to hell because he accepts the devil's temptation. They spend the night together, spinning the wheel. Spinning the wheel. Again. Until absolutely full, completely full. They end up in bed together.
Oh. Pretty good, huh?
Top or bottom?
Bet you didn't know that.
For the first time in his life, he thinks he has found love.
Oh, Mama!
I got the breath.
You're on the bottom.
I'm not going there.
Too tempting.
It is not love he has found. He has found something far worse. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Death tells you something he doesn't want to know.
What's up, Beth? Really? What are we doing next?
Do you want worse news or bad news? You don't want the worse news first?
Give me the worst.
You want the bad news first?
Whatever. Really?
I guess.
Real letter.
Oh.
With an H.
H.
I.
I?
V.
V? What's the second letter? Give me a vowel. No, it's Wheel of Fortune. Where's the death card? Okay. Sorry.
Have gotten AIDS. From the devil.
From the devil?
You went to bed with the devil.
Cute little devil.
Top or bottom, you've got it either way.
No. This is not good.
His fate is sealed. He now knows he has HIV. he also knows he neglects it, especially with your medical system. Because he can afford it.
He's screwed.
He is screwed. This is not a case of do not pass go, do not collect $200. He is fucked. This boy is on a downward slope. Permanently. His mother's dead. His father has rejected him completely. And now he is one very sick puppy. But there's only one thing he can do. He goes back to square one. To that lovely Madonna. With her baby in her arms. He kneels before her. And he says, "Lady, I know you're just a statue. But please, please accept me."
Please take me. Accept me.
And along comes the Hierophant, who looks at him and says, "My son,
My son.
what is your problem?" And he says, "Mum and Dad wanted me to be a good Catholic priest, and I don't know how to go about it." But the Hierophant says, "I will teach you."
You're safe with me. I'll teach you, Lord.
So he goes to Catholic seminary, and guess what? Qualifies for the priesthood. And now he's got a nice dog collar on. Oh my God!
All good ones, he said.
Take this! And so now he stands tall and proud. He has achieved
Somewhat in pain.
the one thing his father wanted.
Yeah.
He returns home and knocks on Daddy's front door. And Daddy opens the door and finds his son
Knock,
standing
knock.
there. He's a priest of the Catholic Church.
It's me, I'm a priest.
Daddy
job,
is
son.
so proud he embraces
go.
him.
Thanks, Daddy.
All right.
By the way, how's Mama?
She's dead, son. You broke her heart, and she'll never be the same. But I forgive you.
Thanks. Gee, Dad, you're swell.
Well, now he's a priest. Daddy has big ambitions. Very big ambitions for his son. And tells his son to go as high as he possibly can.
You bishop in no time.
Good. Thanks, he's all close.
So now they're boredom, buzzy, buddies, friends and pals.
Yeah, was that ceremonial wine? I know a place named Polai has pretty good stuff.
Now the son can afford better wine than Daddy could ever afford. So the two boys chill out together. Life is good. He is back in the bosom of his family, minus Mama's titties. Daddy can sit down. In bed. Stand up the next card, please. Turn around, show everybody your card. Whoa. That's his whole past crushing down all the stuff he doesn't need. So basically he looks at his past and he says, "Screw you," and gives it the finger. Because the tower has changed his life forever. I don't need that shit, is his attitude. I am going to the top, and nothing will stand in my way. Stand up the next card,
Onward and
please.
upward.
It is onward and upward. And the star is hope. Well, hope is what he always wanted.
Nice star.
And now hope is what he has. Because he's stepped up. He doesn't live here any longer. He lives in Italy, in the heart of the Vatican City. And now, when he goes into the great basilica, she, holding her little baby in her arms, has now become the Queen of Heaven, crowned with diamonds. She is better than the Queen of Heaven. She is the best damn thing he's ever seen in his life. Much better than even Mummy was. And she glitters through the windows. The star of hope. And the star of hope gives him what he always dreamed of, and what Daddy wanted. He's now a bishop. Oh boy.
Cool hats.
He's got the whole 9 yards at his world fingertips. He's a happy camper. Not just that, he's damn good. Papa is really proud of him. Papa flies to Rome to embrace his son because he knows what's going to happen next. Daddy whispers in his son's ear, Cardinal. Son loves this. Oh yeah, he's going to be a cardinal, okay. Please stand up the next card.
There you go.
You see the moon. This one is forgotten. He is forgotten. He's buried a feminine number half. He's forgotten who she really is. And she stands up and whispers in his ear one word. He thinks earwax. But the moon whispers to him from the night sky in his other ear. Be very, very important. And he remembers Earth Mother and his days when he looked at babies and how it reminded him of Mama's teachings.
Again.
And he looks at the earth and he thinks, what a load of crap all this garbage is. And basically he stands on that.
I'm dead.
He doesn't care about her any longer. He's got what he wants. And so to the moon, he looks into the night sky, that glorious glowing sky, and gives it a finger. And the light in his world comes a little dim. Because by now, his HIV is getting worse. His AIDS. Yeah, we don't even want to go down that path, do we? This man is dying. But he doesn't care. Because Daddy whispers one other word into his ear, not realizing his son is dying, by the way. He says that one big word.
Pope.
And the sun goes.
Yeah.
And so he asks the entire congregation to worship him. Everybody worship him.
Hail!
Hail!
Kneel before Zod.
And so our wayward fool gets to the stage where the whole world loves him. Everybody knows his name. And the old Pope dies. The world goes into mourning.
Convenient.
And the conclave of cardinals meet in the Sistine Chapel to elect a new pope. And the smoke comes out the chimney, it's black. And on the second day, the smoke comes out the chimney again, and it is still black. The cardinals cannot decide. But our fool stands proud and tall. And on the third day, like Christ himself, he rises in a cloud of glorious white smoke from the Vatican City. And our new Pope is born.
All
Hail,
hail.
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 All hail.
Thousands throng the square of the Vatican. Thousands of them calling out his glorious name.
Kiss the ring.
That's exactly it. Kiss my ring.
Prada slippers and all.
He's got everything he always dreamed of. And his father, his heart fills with pride. My boy is now the Pope. Please stand up the next card. See, the sun has come out in his room. He is the representative of God upon earth. And the sun blesses him. But which sun? I doubt if it was Jesus. It certainly wasn't Amun-Ra. It wasn't Helios. No, it is the son of corruption. It is the son of Rome. But does he care? he will never have to worry again in his life for this. Well, he has everything he's ever wanted, including his father's pride. But in her grave, and there is a spirit, his beloved mother is not broken. He doesn't care any longer about her. He has everything he's ever wanted. He has all the archives of a veteran citizen, the so-called bones of Peter. For him alone to find. He has everything, except for one thing. His gift from destiny. Stand up to him. The devil is right behind him all the time, with his hand on the coach shoulder, saying, "Well done, my son." Because we all know that with such responsibility comes corruption, and who started that corruption in the first place. And the rejection of his father, and a mother who wasn't strong enough to stand up and support him, and a cold statue in a church, and all the other faults and failures that went through his life. Everything has made him what he is now. He's become a monster. An arrogant, egotistical monster. Yes. Stand up the next card, please. That is me. Where's Judgment? Remember what Judgment? She comes first. Nope. Oh boy. See? You're in big trouble. It's in Judgment. Is she going to come again? It's the one thing that is coming again. It is called divine justice. And out of heaven judgment comes. In his eyes, it is none more than the Archangel Michael himself.
Bam. Bam.
Carrying a sword of fire. Judgment comes, and in his dreams runs that flaming sword right through, from one side to the other. And the next morning he wakes up, and somehow his heart is beating faster. And he knows something is very, very, very wrong. I'm coming for you! And so Judgment steps back and lets divinity itself take over. And in the moment of his pride and glory, as he stands there in front of St. Peter's with his arms raised to the crowd, the world itself comes to claim him and reaches out and takes his living soul from his body. And as a result, our fool has reached the end of the journey. But, as if, because as his soul leaves his body and his physical form falls to the earth, in front of him he feels a warmth. It's the embrace of his mother, rocking backwards and forwards. Suddenly he is united with something that he remembers from a long time ago, but cannot remember its name. Don't you know?
You're such a scotch.
It's something feminine, he thinks, but he can't really quite remember. It was like once he was just one and then there were two, and the two became one and it became him. But he can't quite remember what it was. But all he knows is he's never felt so warm in his life. I must be in heaven with all things. I've been granted paradise. This must be what heaven is about. But it's awfully small and terribly tight. I can't seem to move very much. And no matter how much his soul twists and turns, and no matter how comfortable he is, it is very, very cramped. But suddenly in front of him he sees a long red tunnel with a light at the end. And he looks towards that light and thinks, that's it. This is what I was always told. It's this dark corridor we go down to at the moment of death. I'm obviously not really quite dead yet. I've got to go down this long, warm red corridor. And he pushes and shoves and pushes and shoves towards the light. And suddenly, and the fool's journey begins.
Okay, can the full stand up? Okay. Full card. Okay, there he is. Absolutely oblivious to the world. With a little dog. Yipping going, yip, 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 yip. You know there's a cliff face there. Yip, 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 yip. You're gonna fall off. Yip, 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 yip. That little voice in the back of our heads. He's got all his worldly belongings. The sun is beating down. He doesn't care. It's just childhood. So there is the fall on his journey. The magician. He grows and develops. Four tools, the four elements. Earth, air, fire and water. He's conquering the world around him. He's understanding the world around him. He's understanding the earth, the material world. He's understanding his own emotions, water. He's understanding his own mind, the wand. He's understanding his own will, the sword. In his right hand, the scroll of the law and knowledge. Around his waist is actually a snake. He's drawing on knowledge, but he doesn't necessarily know where it's from. And above his head, the lemniscule of eternity. Of course, the two are interchangeable. Could be the high priestess. Could be the high priest. The high priestess, buried feminine in the man, or the magician, buried masculine in the woman. So the high priestess is between two pillars, severity and mercy. She carries a scroll, the law. She is on the moon, she is emotion. In a man, that's not necessarily encouraged to be that emotion. In a woman, unfortunately in our culture, you've got to go and live in the kitchen. You've got to do the washing. You've got to do the ironing. This side is not encouraged. Generalisation. So there's that buried feminine, and that's what he looks for. He's looking for that buried feminine in himself, and it's reflected. Next card, number 3. It's reflected in his mother. There it is. First figure, a young man falls in love with his mother. It's not surprising his first girlfriend is sometimes a reflection of his mother. There she is, Mother Earth herself, seated on the throne. Pure femininity, the symbol of Venus in the heart. Flowers, the stars of heaven here, the corner at her feet. The eternal mother figure, the one archetype that is universal around the world is the mother figure. Next card. Father. Here he is. She is all loving, all giving. Whereas the father figure is about restriction. He's about control. He's the next stage on from the magician, after all. There is the red. You see here he's got symbols of Aries. He's all masculinity. He's what the young man attempts to be. He wants to be his father. He wants to please his father, hopefully. But to do so, he ends up in a rather odd quandary. Because he also becomes jealous of his father. This is what we talk when they talk about the Oedipus complex. He's in competition for his mother's affections of his father. So not surprisingly, you have the whole thing of sons and fathers. So there he is. It's about control. Look at his feet. That arm. The emperor walks in the everyday world, and he's ready at any time for conflict. Next card, number 5. Teacher, a hierophant. If you look, it's the discovery of the teacher, the person who is passing knowledge on to the fool. But the fool is near at his feet. The fool is not following the teacher, he's just being taught. So either side are the two, and there are the keys to heaven and hell below. What he learns shapes him. Number 6. So there is that showing all the lovers. Here it comes again. Fathers and sons. It's a reflection of that conflict again between the fool, the emperor and the empress, the lovers, choices, half of the mother, half of the father. Which way do I go? I'm in conflict. Sometimes in tarot cards it shows this. Above is the angel. Basically above going, make your choice. Doesn't matter. Make your choice. Do you want the snake up the tree? Or do you want the holy bush of knowledge? There it is. And he must make his choice. What does he want? What direction does he want to go in his life? So there is the lovers. In one way he gets into conflict between the emperor and the high priestess. Suddenly there is the mother and this new woman coming into his life, who's not necessarily a reflection of his mother, but it's something he needs, something he's in love with. So now you get that strange conflict of a mother looking at the new girlfriend going, not good enough for my son. You get it?
Oh yeah.
Number 7. Out of that comes this balancing of forces. He's in control, but if you look, there is the Chariot. There's that pink sports car. It's got no brakes, so now he's having to learn to use the handbrake and to use engine braking. Because luckily for him, it's stick shift. It's not automatic, so he's learning to balance things, balance these forces here, these choices. He is balancing them. And there he is. His shoulders the moon, the stars above, the two sphinxes, black and white forces. The forces within himself, those things that he's repressed, shadow, the black sphinx. The unconscious mind and the conscious mind, learning not to give in to his desires. And there in the symbol here, you have the wings of Hermes above. But you also have, interesting enough, a symbol of fertility. Some have said that this actually represents Shiva Ling. It is actually a masculine and feminine symbol. So he's balancing mind over desire with the Chariot, the conscious and unconscious mind, something we're always in conflict with. The best way is never to let them battle with each other, keep them apart. Number 8. Ooh. What does he need to do this? That inner strength. And interestingly enough, it's feminine. It's not brawn, masculine brawn. It's as much his own wiles. There's strength itself has the lion. It's pulling the jaws open. There's that lemniscule again. Because he has the tools within himself, the balance of the 4 elements, which allows him to do this. So there is that there as well, the lemniscule, that eternal jewel within ourselves. And there, she's the feminine side of himself, quelling the beast. He's using his own feminine aspect, his own high priestess, the animal within, or in feminine, of course, it's the reverse. It would be a masculine figure doing So it's about that internal strength, and it's a gentle strength. It's patting the lion, just pulling slowly open the jaws. I'm an eye.
That would be me.
We've got the
Okay, thank you.
Once he has achieved these things, comes the real teacher. And the real teacher does not make you grovel on the floor like this. The real teacher says, been there, done that, walked that path.
got the t-shirt.
And the real teacher, the hermit, the lamp, the illumination, the staff of wisdom. It's wisdom itself. Wisdom itself does not say, follow me. Wisdom itself says, I will walk alongside you. I will light the path ahead of you.